The OMPA is the Oregon Media Production Association. I'm Tom McFadden. I'm with the Oregon Media Production Association, and my job is to administrate all the activities of the trade association's business for the film, television, and commercial production industry in Oregon. We're a nonprofit, but unlike a charity, we're a business association, so we represent the business interests of professionals and business owners who work in this industry. 85 to 90% of our membership is in the greater Portland metro area, and that really reflects the population. There's media production business that goes on throughout the state, from Grants Pass to Astoria to Harney County to Pendleton. There's television stations, there's educational programs, there's small and large video production companies, video game developers, web video developers, in addition to the film and television and commercial production that we are more used to seeing. Generally, the health of the production industry in Oregon is strong. Even though it's a small portion, it's approaching just barely 1% of Oregon's gross domestic product, it still has had a positive impact in jobs and business growth. That being said, it's still a relatively small industry for Oregon. The big lever that we can pull to create jobs and businesses is to attract those large projects from out of state. Oregon can come to the table and say, hey, we want your business here. And with the film and television production, when you're talking about projects that are at minimum $10 million and are often over $100 million in a calendar year, there's an incentive for us to say, hey, let's do something for you so that you can bring jobs and business to us. And as a result, over the last 10 years, we've grown a $10 million a year Oregon industry in film and television to over a $130 million industry in Oregon. About 2/3 of the work that's done in Oregon is actually on television commercials, so it's a reasonably healthy industry in a reasonably suffering or improving national global economy. By joining the trade association, you belong to a network of people who are true Oregon professionals in every aspect of the production craft. Every locale will have a production directory of some sort, and in Oregon we've decided to package that in a magazine style because it's all really the most convenient place is to go to the website sourceoregon.com. And so because we do still print the book, we decided to take the first few dozen pages to make a magazine format and describe exactly why people would want to shoot in Oregon, and part of our rich history with independent filmmaking and animation and post-production and now video games. So we put this out annually. We compile it from all the listings that we receive online at sourceoregon.com. The deadline for that is November 30th. That'll be extended as necessary to make sure we have every last professional in the book. OMPA members get their listing in this book at no charge. You just get the largest listing that we offer, which is a $100 listing online. It includes a company logo or a reel link if you have a reel of your work. Just looking at the website is a fantastic introduction to how you organize this particular industry. It's about recognizing excellence. It's about sharing skills and best practices so you can be doing the right job. It's about vetting professionalism in the industry so that we know who the true qualified PAs and camera operators and hairstylists and makeup artists and post-producers are. And all that requires is that you have in fact done that job before and you're qualified. As long as you've done those jobs professionally, then you'll list in the book. As a caveat to students, we tend not to approve listings based on student work, except for PA work, because you'd be an extremely well qualified PA if you were a graduate of an institution. But in order to do something like, say, camera operation, we'd need to ask some camera equipment dealer or some director or DP you've worked with to say, does this person really operate a camera? Because we don't want to send them out on the next job if they haven't actually done it before. And so it's a fairly simple, straightforward process. OMPA has internships on an as-needed basis. We're a small office, so we only have the opportunity to manage 1 or 2 interns at a time. Mentorship's a program that our student chapter developed, and the student chapter is composed of the student members of the trade association. Everybody's looking for their next great gig. The advice that I'd give students and emerging professionals is don't get discouraged. I hear from production companies and a lot of post-production companies who are looking for their next rock star. And a rock star for them is often a newly educated person with a lot of skills and a lot of energy, with a great attitude, who's going to get the job done. And being positive and having good skills and being professional is going to get you a job in any economic climate. It's easier than you think to access those world-class production resources that are making world-class, internationally distributed television, commercials, video games, websites. We compile them in this book, and we represent them with the trade association.